Well, Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you are all in for a fun and exciting adventure. Oh, jeez, look at that. Oh, not even 30 seconds in, I'm already dropping stuff. That's how well things are going to go tonight. I've been wanting to bring this back for a little while. Let's see if it works, right? But I hope everybody has had and will have an amazing New Year's Eve. I know I'm going to have a fantastic one. It's been a rough one. It's been a rough one up until now. I'm glad I could say that I have the energy to do this, because it's been crazy. It's been all sorts of crazy. Oh god, that's right. I have to fiddle with the audio again. Oh no. Oh no. But here we go again. Either way it goes, we're gonna make it through here. Oh god, no, the noise. There we go. All right, let's see here. Let's just start with my audio here. Oh my god, there's no change. Okay. All right. There's like no change. All right, we're gonna do this. Let's see. There's Bioshock. There it is. Let's turn it down to 50. How about that? Yeah, PC, are you good with that? Are you gonna keep it at 50? Oh, good. You're not gonna do me dirty like Dead Space. But it sounds the same. Oh my god. Oh my Lord of mercy. We'll make it work. Whatever. Oh. You know what? No. I see. You know. Hold on. Let's see here. Do I want to play new gameplay? I kind of do. I kind of do. But where's the fun in that? I know the game, because at the end of the game you get like a bunch of freaking Adam. That's kind of not fun, you know. If I'm gonna do a new game, it's a new game. It's a new year. We're doing a new game. How about that? Oh my god, there's like no difference no matter what I do here. What is going on here? There's literally zero difference happening here. I'm literally not seeing any difference on my display. Oh Lord have mercy. Oh no, wait. If I jack it all the way this way, I see a little jacket. Oh my god. See, it's a little. Maybe I'm just lying to myself. I can't tell the difference. I literally can't see the difference here. And of course, you know, we're just on hard mode. Just on hard mode. Because hard mode is the classic version. Hard mode was as hard as it used to get. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Survivor mode is new. And I played Survivor last time, and Survivor got pretty gnarly. Let's see if I can do my normal well-played routine on Survivor. Oh, I'm sorry, hard.
They told me.
Mm-hmm.
Son.
That's right.
You're special.
Look at those thumbs.
You were born to do great things.
That's right.
You know what? They were right.
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Oof. Now, if anybody has played this game before, maybe you'll figure out why I chose this game. Maybe not. Who knows? But anyone who's new to my channel that doesn't really know much about me, I absolutely adore this game. It is by far it is my all-time favorite game. Alright, let's see. Let's make sure that my controls are still there. There's that. It is my favorite game due to story. The gameplay is a little clunky. I will admit that. The gameplay is a little bit clunky. But overall, I think story, characters, mystery, This game is fantastic for all those things, and I absolutely love it. I have not recently done that many reviews over things. I usually do them when I play them. This is one of those games that when I play it, I can't help but review it. I just can't help it, because all I have to do is I say all I have to do. Most of the things I have for it is praise. I have a few little nitpicks here and there that I wish were different or better. But overall, I would say that the game is solid in every respect that I care about. Hold on. Kitty? Kitty, what are you doing? Kitty, what are you doing? All right, hold on. Let's see. Controls. Invert look. Yes, absolutely. Turn that off. We don't want that. Good lord, I forgot about that. Oh, and we want more things here. Gameplay options. I don't know what that is. Dialogue, subtitle, art, subtitle. Yes, I want the art subtitles. It's kind of hit and miss. Propaganda. Oh, that's why I turned that off, because they would actually just tell me what it is. Okay, no, that's too loose. Or sorry, that's too tight. Let's see this. 2006. That's about good. That's pretty solid. In what country is there a place for people like me, Andrew Ryan? And I absolutely love this game. Just there's a lot of detail hidden in here that I'm not even sure the developers really meant to do. They just ended up putting it in there. I know they meant to do it, but I'm not sure if they actually meant to. Let's turn that off. I remember why I turned that off now. It gets kind of obnoxious. But what I do know is that the original game that they were making is not the game that we ended up with, which is even more interesting. But, of course, we we crashed out of an airplane, and here we are. 18 fathoms. That's a lot. I mean, I don't know how long is a fathom? I don't even know. But it doesn't seem like we went that far.
I am Andrew Ryan, and I'm here to ask you a question. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow?
Mm-hmm.
No, says the man in Washington, it belongs to the poor. No, says the man in the Vatican, it belongs to God. No, says the man in Moscow, it belongs to everyone.
That's right. Even though the first and the last one are very similar.
Those answers. Instead, I chose something different. I chose the impossible. I chose rapture.
Yeah. Oh, I love this scene.
Where the artist would not fear the censor, where the scientist would not be bound by petty morality, where the great would not be constrained by the small. And with the sweat of your brow, rapture can become your city as well.
Oh, just the atmosphere, the voice acting, there's so much about this game that just works so well that it is downright criminal what happens after this game, but good God, like this game is almost perfection to me. All good things of this earth flow into the city. Oh man, I love Rapture. It is, as a concept and as it's implemented, I'm like, I want to see more. I want to see what's going on inside this city more and more. I want to see what's happening. It's one of those things that just enraptures me. It just pulls me in, and I can't help but forget that I'm actually talking to people when I play this game. Otherwise, I probably have to keep reminding myself. Otherwise, I'm just gonna shut the hell up and just play. I love this game. Actually, hold on. Let's do one more thing. Let's do dialogue subtitles. Absolutely. Let's do turn voiceover volume. Let's turn that up. Oh, that's right. I didn't turn. Oh, God dang it. I'm sorry. No, I did turn this on. Okay, so it's off. So disable. Oh, we're gonna. No, let's don't do that. I already have the brass balls achievement. I'm fine. Oh, let's turn the audio up just a little bit more. Oh, that's not what I want. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh my god, this scene. Oof. Oh, just there's so many good little decisions they made here. This is a fantastic decision. Now, in the like for me, I guess because my color on my display is just so good. I don't mean to brag, it's just this is the truth. Ooh. Like the lighting here is from when I originally played it, it was just black. There was almost nothing to see here except the silhouettes. And so this game's atmosphere got a lot darker when all you saw were the silhouettes and you really couldn't see the splicers. Oh my gosh.
Would you kindly pick up that shortwave radio?
Ooh.
I don't know how you survived that plane crash, but I've never been one to question Providence.
That's right.
I'm Atlas, and I aim to keep you alive. Now keep on moving. We're gonna have to get you to higher ground.
There we go.
Take a deep breath and step out of the atmosphere. I won't leave you twisting in the wind.
I always enjoyed playing this game just looking at the window.
But you're gonna have to trust me.
Just the level of detail here. So like, you know, right now what we are seeing is if you've never played this before, it looks like people are trying to leave the city. People are, you know, well, they were. You've got people that are on strike, or they've got signs here. Attention, all bathysphere travel is now denied. Ooh. Now, the thing is, this actually didn't make much sense to me at first. Oh, sorry, not at first. The first time I played it, I didn't know what was going on. But the second and third time I played it, this didn't quite make any sense to me, because the whole point of Rapture is to keep the place a secret. This bathysphere and the bathysphere travel they're talking about is bathyspheres leaving Rapture. I'm pretty sure this is a one-way street, as Ryan basically tells us. Like, the secrecy of the city is paramount. Like, they can't be having governments coming down here. Now, eventually, of course, you know, that's what ends up happening. There's going to be governments that find out, and they're going to go, hey, that's not okay. We want to be a part of this, or we want what you have going on down there. That's government property down there. Oh, that's right. I remember this part.
Just a bit further.
Oh, look at that.
How do you like that, mister? Now, would you kindly find a crowbar or something?
Yeah.
Bloody splicer.
Now the
nailed Johnny
wrench,
in.
I think so.
Damn splicers.
This is actually kind of fun. If I'm not mistaken, the reference to the crowbar is actually a reference to Half-Life. Because Half-Life, the original reference is or the original melee weapon is a crowbar. And so, obviously the game gives you a wrench, not a crowbar. But the very first thing they want you to do is, the very first thing they tell you is they talk about Half-Life. Now, I'm playing on hard, so I kind of need to be a little bit careful with how I play. Oof! He did hit me one time. All right, I can live with that. One hit is not too bad. I just love the character, or not the character. I'm sorry, the design of these levels. Now, the one thing that I absolutely adore with this game is that most of the stuff that we find in this entire game is built for purpose. Like, there is a purpose in the design of everything. Whenever you're playing, every room has a function, and it works for the most part. There's a couple of exceptions, but for the most part, the game is like, hey, we're gonna make a level in a functional environment rather than we're gonna make an environment just a level. There we go. I found a random syringe. Let me jam it into my arm. That's what you do when you're in a new city.
Your genetic code is being
Oh my god.
Hold on.
I got the ammo. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not going to say that. It's New Year's Eve. Whee!
This little fish looks like he just had his cherry popped. Wonder if he's still got some Adam on him.
Uh-oh.
Let's buck. Weak. You're a weak chopper. This little fish ain't worth towing it with no big daddy. Yellow. Always have been. You'll be no better off with metal daddy, little fish. See you floating upright.
Ah.
Look, Mr. Bubbles, it's an angel. I can see light coming from his belly. Wait a minute, he's still breathing. It's alright. I know he'll be an angel soon.
Yeah, imagine lying down here and just like seeing this for the first time. Like, or not the first time, just seeing this. That would terrify the living crap out of me. I'm like, dude, what the hell is happening here? First off, I would never actually stick myself with a random needle, but you know.
Plasma's a real kick from a mule, but there's nothing like a fistful of lightning now, is there?
Oh, yeah. Boom. Yeah, I would be immediately sucked out. But that's okay. This is still really cool. Oh, run, run, run! There we go. Oh, you see those little eyes there? They're watching me. I don't feel like somebody's watching me.
Splicer! Give him the combo. Zap him, then whack him. 1-2 punch. Remember, the 1-2 punch.
Oh, that's right. I only get one of these. There we go. Some guy killed a cat. It's not appropriate. It's not good. It's not good. Come here, kitty. Come here. There you go. Oh, there we go. There we go. Ooh, look at that. Look at that top left. That 4 looks a little bit off center to me. That may just be my screen resolution. I don't know. But I don't think this game was meant for my screen's resolution.
Tell Ryan I'm sorry.
Uh-oh. Bonk! There's one guy that comes out of here. Yeah, he just... This is the best part. I can just let him burn. But I refuse to do that. I am a sympathetic man. I am that superior Giga Chad Alpha energy. Anyway, so back to what I was saying about, like, you know, places that are fit for purpose. I'll talk about it in just a minute.
I need to get them out of here, but the splicers have cut me off from them. If you can reach them in Neptune's bounty, then maybe, just maybe. I know you must feel like the unluckiest man in the world right now, but you're the only hope I'll ever see my wife and child again. Go to Neptune's bounty. Find my family, please.
Hey, Mad Tea Party, how you doing, man? Happy New Year, bro. Or wait, is it a New Year? Oh, hold on, I gotta turn off that arrow. I don't like that arrow. Oh, no. Arrow, where are you? Nope. How are you doing tonight, sir? Or madam, I don't know. Where is it? There it is. I am blind. I hope you are having a lovely time, regardless. Ah, I too cradle my pistol. Look how big that thing is.
They destroyed our bodies, our minds. We couldn't handle it. Best friends butchering one another. Babies strangled in cribs. The whole city went to hell.
So, I'm an Alice, not a Hatter. Fair enough. Fair enough. But it's okay, because we're all mad here. So, one of the things I actually really love about this game, this is actually, I don't know how long you've been watching, but this is I'm sorry. This is my favorite video game ever, by far. I recognize there are problems with the game. I recognize there are things that they really needed to improve on. Three dogs. Okay, so we're not doing Hearts of Iron, and I know we're not going to do history tonight because tonight's New Year's Eve, and this game, of course, is set around the new year, and that's why we do this. But I wanted to play this because I think somebody asked me to replay it and kind of go over it a long time ago, and I've been meaning to do it, and I thought this was a great excuse to do it, and so I thought I'd take a few minutes to kind of go through it at least tonight. I know I'm very late. I'm very late, but I had things that I had to take care of today that just I couldn't let go. But one of the things that I really enjoyed about this game is the design of the levels. Now, the voice acting, the visuals, the audio, those are all very good for the time. I think the visuals have faded a little bit. But I think that overall it's still a fantastic game, fantastic replay value. But one of the biggest things that I really appreciate is the attention to detail for the level design. So one of the things that I always look for is the world that I'm in a place that people live in, right? And right now we're at if you want to look at this, the lobby of the entire city, right? We have not gone to any living quarters yet. We've not seen anything yet. We're just looking at, here's my entrance to the city. And as of right now, I would expect the lobby for a place like this probably to look pretty cool. And so here's where we are. Now, some of the places are better than others, of course. No game is perfect in this regard, but if a place looks like people live there, automatically it gets a huge bonus to me, because that means that you've gone through the effort of making something that looks really good and actually has logic to it. This is one of those great places. Here's your, you know, oh, hey, you just got here. You can have a drink. You can kind of, you know, of course, maybe you went for a little, you go to the bathroom. This makes sense to me. I am a little bit low to this. And it also has a really, really dark feel to it. Oh, absolutely. No, top 3 games, absolutely. Now, I would say that if this isn't in your top 3 and you've never played it, definitely give it a shot. Now, another thing that I find so fascinating about this is a lot of even the NPCs have a lot of depth of character that if you just listen, you're going to see it. And I love that. Now, we're not going to dive into it just yet. As I said, I'm going to do the whole breakdown a little bit later. He's dead. Charlie.
Charlie, where you going? No, Charlie.
Charlie!
This isn't right.
Now, one of the things that I'm going to talk about a little bit more in depth just a little bit later when we get further into the game is some of the mental state. Ooh, man, playing through this game twice is a lot of fun. Like if you've beaten it once but you've never beaten it twice, oh, it's so good. It's just so good. See, Hearts of Iron is one of those games that I absolutely adore as well. I would like to stream it more often, but I need to. I thought this was a perfect time to actually finish this. So let's look at this place real quick. So you come down. Oh crap. So I'm going to talk about just livability real quick.
Are you here to?
Okay, well, I will in a minute. So when you come in off the bathysphere, you kind of get this overwhelming sensation of where you are. This nice, really pretty lobby, followed up by a receptionist that says, hey, would you like to sit down and have a drink? This nice big Atlas statue here. Very, very ominous and also very, very apt for what's going on. And, of course, a welcome to Rapture sign. As a matter of fact, my desktop used to be this exact picture, but before it was destroyed, so it would just be like about this angle. And it just says welcome to Rapture on the Atlas logo, or Atlas globe. And you come in here, of course, you get your bathrooms, and then you have your lobby. Now, this place does have one... sorry, no, it doesn't have a major flaw. It goes right here. But I would say this place does have a major flaw. I forgot about this door. But it makes sense because if you're coming through, you can kind of mingle here and chill out and relax and have fun. It works. It's livable. You got some dining room, or you have a little dining room down here. You can get some food. And again, it's very refined in my opinion, and it works as a level design. It's livable. I could definitely believe that people would come down here right off of the boats and kind of come in and just have some fun. Get to experience the Rapture that they've been told about, and that they've been told is a great thing. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. It's something that's lost in 2 and 3 entirely.
Another New Year's, another night alone. I'm out and you're stuck in Hephaestus, working. Huh. Imagine my surprise. Oh, I guess I'll have another drink. Here's a toast to Diane McClintock, silliest girl in Rapture. Silly enough to fall in love with Andrew Ryan. Silly enough.
Oof.
What happened? Oh, I'm bleeding. Oh God. What's happening?
Alright, so let's do this real quick. Is it? No, it's not this one. It's the next one. Oh, no. Don't want to go there yet. Oh, no, absolutely. This game is
I just spliced up. Nobody's gonna want me.
This game has got multiple layers, and the thing is, the original creators didn't know what they were making whenever they were making this, and that's kind of the beauty of it.
That way. Come on!
Oh crap! There we go. Oh jeez, look at that face. It's a face only a mother could love. Honestly, I don't even know if there's anything out there that kind of gives these same vibes. Bioshock, in my opinion, is its own little thing. I'd say the closest thing you're gonna get to this is Prey by Bethesda, but even then, it is a cheap. If that's what you're looking for, it's gonna be bad. It's not gonna be as good.
Would you kindly lower that weapon for a minute? Do you think that's
Favorite plasmid.
sister now? Somebody went and turned a sweet
Favorite plasmid. I really like Electrobolt. I'm kind of a basic B like that. But my next favorite is gonna be the swarms, the bee swarms.
little sisters.
And Three Dogs, man, like it sounds like
The genetic material they
your game is going off the rails in a really crazy way. It sounds like your game is just going absolutely nuts. I approve. I mean, don't get me wrong. My personal favorite when I played Hearts of Iron 4 last was I managed to start a fascistic coup in America. I started a fascistic coup in America, and then basically America joined me in the war against everybody else within like 10 turns. It was great. Or not 10 turns, I'm sorry, like 10 months. God, Big Daddies are so cool!
That's the Big Daddy. She gathers on him. He keeps her safe.
Now, the one thing that I wish that a developer would do is what they would do is keep all the visuals. See, telekinesis is one of those things that I actually don't play with all that much. right? It's not my favorite plasmid. Okay, we're not going to do the director's commentary. As much as I love watching those, we're not going to do those. I mean, I would totally make you go through it, but I think that there are better things to do tonight. Let's see here. I don't really want that. I love the old-timey stuff here. I also like how everything looks very, very ominous and very powerful looking. Like these little sculptures here. Anyway, so one of the things I would love for a developer to do is to say, hey, we're going to just recreate Bioshock 1, keep everything the same, like the audio tracks, the story. Nothing has changed. We're just going to recreate it with newer graphics and maybe update some of the combat. And I think what you'd have is you'd have an amazingly good game. Let's see here. I know I got another one coming right up on me here. Ah, I missed. Oh God. I love that. Now, I do have auto-aim turned off. I don't like auto-aim. Let's see here. See, I like throwing things at splicers, but again, part of me just... I like to get in people's faces, and the wrench allows me to do that. So, I like to just do sports boost all over the place. And then all the upgrades for wrench. Basically, by the time I'm done building my character, if you want to say that, in Bioshock, the only thing that I can't take on with a wrench, and even then if I probably could, would be a Big Daddy. Oh crap. Let's see here. Where is this? Oh crap, man! I completely forgot to do this. The last room we were in, that theater, I completely forgot to do that. That theater was the only thing in that part of the mission that I thought was kind of out of place, and I think they had a door that didn't go anywhere, which is kind of weird. If you're like mapping the actual place out, it doesn't really work. Like these stalls are a little bit too short. Like there's no privacy here, so obviously no one's ever going to use them. Now, you could say this is a small design error, and I would agree. And I'm not really saying it takes away. It just, to me, it's like, oh, well, it's a little thing that somebody overlooked. If they just extended it out a little bit further like they did the last stalls, it would have worked. Or if they put urinals in, that would have worked too. But it just seems weird that the gents and the ladies' room, or no, it's gents, okay, never mind, gents and gents. Never mind, you're good. I forgot.
Security alert in progress.
Huzzah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you. Let's see here. Oh, God, no. Ah, crap. At least I got one of them. Ah. Okay, come on. There we go. What happened? Oh, that's right, there's more coming down. Come on. Zappy zappies. I'm waiting because I want swag. I want these lock boxes, man. There we go. Yeah, so the that theater that we were into just a minute ago, that theater doesn't really work, especially for the way they have it set up. They have like a small little a runway, but it's like, what are you going to be doing there, especially in a very small contained environment? It doesn't really make sense, in my opinion. But again, I'm not going to be overly critical over small things like that. Its purpose was to show us the Big Daddy. Oh, this scene is great.
Oh,
Oh, absolutely. Electrified water always wins. Oh, and look, I mean, just imagine these rays on modern graphics. Oh my god, it looked brilliant.
Here's the news. Rapture isn't some sunken ship for you to plunder. And Andrew Ryan isn't a giddy socialite who can be slapped around by government muscle. And with that, farewell. Or thus Lavanya, Jerry.
I like how they have the giant flashlights. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Just I know a buddy of mine, whenever he first played this and I recommended it to him, he couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle the like the spooky aspects of this game. And I felt so bad for him because I was like, man, you are missing one of the greatest stories like in video gaming of our time. Like, it's fantastic. And I don't say that. I say that and I mean it 100%. Like, I would say this is one of the best stories ever.
Andrew Ryan, the bloody king of Rapture. Now find your way to emergency access.
Hacking, this is one of the biggest detriments to this game, in my opinion. I enjoy it, but I recognize it as being a bad part of the game. Like, to me, because I eventually played this so much that I found it just easy and fun, it wasn't bad. Oh, absolutely. No, but like, let's talk about this real quick, right? You come into medical, first thing you have is a waiting room, right? You have a little waiting area. You walk in, it's kind of ominous, more waiting areas. There's your receptionist. It works. This is actually, and again, it's something so simple, but in Bioshock 2, you lose this. You lose this entire field.
Ryan didn't come to see me since the New Year's attack, not once. But Dr. Steinman was very attentive. He told me that once the scar tissue was gone, he was gonna fix me right up, make me prettier than any girl I've ever seen. He's sweet, all right, and so interested in my case.
The naivety of the people of the time. Oops. And I need one more of these. See, don't get me wrong. I mean, odds are, if I play 1, I'm probably gonna play 2. 2 has a special place for me, but it just doesn't hit the same marks. It misses so many little things, and the reason for that is because the developers and the designers in 1 were not the same ones in 2. You had the same developers in 3, but in my opinion, 3 is the weakest, and it's the worst, just story-wise. Makes absolutely no goddamn sense. Like, it's an utter mess for a story. It makes no sense. The characters are terrible. Elizabeth is there. I mean, I don't even know why Elizabeth is there. Oh, yeah, Steinman. Oh, Steinman is scary. Steinman is like that doctor that, if you want to be honest with yourself, if you're really going to go in and say, do you trust this doctor? You don't know him. You don't know anything about him. You're going to be putting your life in his hands. You go, yeah, but that's what they have all these little these certifications for and whatnot. And I was like, no, I get it, but like, that doesn't mean that they're good people. That doesn't mean that they're not above doing something stupid. Oh, the thing that I love about Steinman the most. Ah. Ah. The thing I love about Steinman is that you get to see him kind of like devolve in his own little psychosis as the story progresses. Oh my god, it is fantastic.
Ryan and Adam. Adam and Ryan. All those years of study, and was I ever truly a surgeon before I met them? How we plinked away with our scalpels and toy morality. Yes, we could lop a boil here and shave down a beak there, but could we really change anything? No. But Adam gives us the means to do it. And Ryan frees us from the phony ethics that held us back. Change your look, change your sex, change your race. It's yours to change. Nobody else's.
See, Tea Party, I can't pull off the Elizabeth look. I don't know if you can tell by my voice, but I don't think it'd work out too well for me. I mean, you never know. Maybe it will, but I doubt it. Oh, come on. Gotta get... There we go, you're dead. Ah, the Tommy gun. Now, here is a pet peeve that I have about the Tommy gun, right? So if you look very closely, there's a bit of a problem here. Now, I know that there's some people that say, oh, this is nitpicking. Yeah, well, yeah, it is a little bit. The side bolt on your Tommy gun, those are kind of rare from my experience. You know what, Mad Tea Party? I appreciate a good looking lady in corset and boots. I'm not gonna lie, it's a good thing to be able to pull off. I commend you. I don't know what you look like, but I'm sure you do. But one of the things here is that you have your drum magazine. That's fine, but you have your side bolt. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the side bolt's kind of rare, at least from what I've seen with Tommy guns. They usually have a top bolt, an open bolt, right? And so with an open bolt on a weapon like this, what it usually means is that you pull it back, and that little where that little slide is, right where the light's shining off, where like that you're supposed to pull back. Let's see if I can get him to. I can't. He's not pulling it back. Right there, where he pulls it back. That's supposed to stay open, right? That's what an open bolt is supposed to do. Now, every Tommy gun that I'm aware of, the only ones that I'm aware of, they're all open bolt. And a side bolt is rare. Now, again, it's a small pet peeve. It's not a big deal. But it's little details. Little details. Not that it hurts the game. Not that it makes it bad. But it definitely makes me go, oh, man, it's just so good. Why little things? Why little things? Also, if you haven't noticed yet, I tend to actually focus on little details. Oh my god. Oh jeez, that sounded a little sensual, guys. Oh yeah, no, I'll go on for little things like that. It's not like it hurts anything. Little things like that I don't count against a video game at all, unless it's like really bad, you know. Like if a game is designed around having, you know, god dang it, good modern weapons, I will maybe get a little bit about that. But also think about it this way: is that who is the main character when you're playing the game? And you think, oh, the character that I'm playing, and that's the wrong answer. The main character of the game is your weapon, because that's what you see. This is what you interact with. This is how you interact with the world. It is the thing with which we use to manipulate the world that we are playing in, right? So that is your main character. That is the thing that you are playing as. At least that's the way I've always seen it. Like, you know, I may be playing a character, and that's in the story, but the weapon is what I actually use to manipulate the world around me. So that is the main character in most things. That's the thing we need to focus on. Let's see here. Let's see.
You promised me pretty, Simon. You promised me pretty. Now look at me. Look at me.
Well, you know, I mean, like it's the idea of, you know, you want to make sure that you're making a game that everybody enjoys, and you want to make characters that are good. And so what we see versus what we understand and how we interact with the world, of course, when you're playing a first-person shooter or when you're playing a game like this, the idea is you are the character, right? You know, that's it.
You keep an eye peeled for Steinman.
Oh, this place is creepy. Oh, shivers. Shivers. And here's the thing, I'm open to hearing other points of view on this. I think that's a pretty I think my view is pretty accurate.
New problems for the professional. As your tools improve, so do your standards. There was a time I was happy enough to take off a water tube.
Ah.
Remember, all them machines will short out right and proper if you hit them with electrovolt.
Come on, get me over there. Now, I do want to talk about Elizabeth's design in just a minute, because I think you are onto something there. I think that her design is actually very well done for her looks. What I think they did is they robbed her of a good character. That's my big issue with her. That they had a really interesting idea, but it doesn't really play very well, in my opinion, for what it gives you. It's kind of hard to describe without actually going through it, but basically they rob her of her... I think they rob her of her character, in my opinion, eventually, and they make her something more than what she needed to be. She's a plot device, not a character. I already did this one. I haven't done this one yet.
There was a time I was happy enough to take off a water tube or turn a real circus.
And it should have, because three made very little sense. If you actually put the story together, the story makes no goddamn sense. So, like, especially when you do portal jumps, the portal jumps absolutely eviscerate the story, and they're completely unnecessary most of the time. They're contrived in order to give Elizabeth a active role in the story, and the only reason there's an active role for her in the story is because they need her to do the things that do the jumps. If you just don't do the jumps, you fix the problems of the story, and it makes a lot more sense. If you don't do the jumps, that also means that you don't have to deal with anything that means you don't need Elizabeth. And so what it really comes down to is that the only reason they actually do what they do with her is solely so they can have her play in the game. And because of that, I think it actually draws away from her character, and it takes away from the story at large, because instead of making a character, they make her a plot device. You cannot function in the story without her, and without her, basically, the story does not go forward. The problem is that the more she's involved, the more the story breaks. Oh, no, the ending is strange.
What could I do to make my features finer? With Adam,
Oh, I love it. He becomes a little bit more self-absorbed.
What if now it is not my skill that fails me, but my imagination?
Ah, here we go. Steinman starts to lose it a little bit. Sorry, I'm actually letting the AI do a lot of damage for me because, I mean, again, like, they're gonna keep wandering around, they're gonna keep doing stuff, and fighting is, especially on hard this early in the game, is not gonna be in my best interest. Oh yes.
Expects the doctor to heal them for free, the farmer to feed them out of charity. How little they differ from the pervert who prowls the streets looking for a victim he can ravish for his grotesque amusement.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love Andrew Ryan. I'm gonna get zapped on this one. Oh, I bought myself a little time. Oh, just made it. Oh, come on, come on. Nope. This one. Ooh. Ooh. Where's one? Where's one? Where's one? Where's one? Oh, I found one. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Yeah, the ending to the third, again, it's the weakest of the series. It's the weakest of the trilogy. It really is. It truly is the weakest of the group. And the ending is, in my opinion, it doesn't make you feel good. It doesn't make you feel like you've accomplished anything. What it makes you feel like is it makes you feel like you've just kind of been cheated of an ending, really, in my opinion. It made me feel like I had played something and then just basically got cheated of an actual ending. It was just like, oh, well, bad man bad. And the only way to make this right is for you to die. It's like, but why? It's like, well, because there's infinite timelines, and all those timelines end up with this. It's like, what? Like, literally, the idea that every single Elizabeth and every single Booker is the exact same thing it's just, it's frustrating, because it's like, okay, the idea of every timeline being exactly the same, what is the purpose of the timeline? And it's like, well, then there's meaning in the fact that everything is the same. And it's like, well, I'm willing to believe that to an extent. Maybe, like, you know, there's always going to be a scenario with a Booker and a Elizabeth. That's fine. But you can't tell me that each one of them is the exact same scenario. It's the exact same setup. That's not a good story, because then it kind of defeats the purpose of having multiple different timelines. Like, why would you? That's just a logical, like, I guess, idea for storytelling, right? That's not necessarily a detriment to the story itself. It's just that, to me, that it kind of robs the story of that feeling they're giving. They're trying to give that idea weight, and instead what they do is they actually remove it by saying these are all exactly the same. If you're going to have a multiple timeline, that's fine. You could do it. It's going to be a writing nightmare, in my opinion, and I think that Bioshock Infinite proves that that's a nightmare. But you can do it if you're willing to put the effort into it. It's not there. But I think that when you add in multiple timelines and you're able to just kind of skip forward or skip around or do whatever, you actually make things less. You remove the weight of the thing itself. Oh, I love this guy. I love McDonough.
You don't heat the pipes freeze. Pipes freeze, pipes burst. Then Ratchet leaks. Now, I realise you're a posh sort of geezer, and frankly...
Exactly. Probability alone dictates that you might make a different decision. Even if you have the same personality, probability dictates that you will probably have minor differences between different people under the exact same circumstances, even if they have very similar personalities. You're gonna get them. And even if these people are exactly the same, the smallest things may change it, which is kind of the whole point of... Mostly not the whole point. Is kind of, in part, the point of Bioshock, is that there's little things about freedom that it changes what you do. Like, Bioshock 1's whole thing is about free will. Like, what is it? Do we even have it? Ah! My own boss shot me. Oof, that hurt. Oh, I did. Oh, I did, fucker. I did.
When Picasso became bored of painting people, he started representing them as...
Oh, see, this is beautiful. I love this character setup right here.
The world called him a genius. I've spent my entire surgical career creating the same tired shapes over and over again. The upturned nose, the cleft chin, the ample bosom. Wouldn't it be wonderful if I could do with a knife what that old Spaniard did with a brush?
So one of the things I love about Steinman's character development is that, you know, I realize that logically putting all of his his audio diaries in, I guess, chronological order makes sense for a storytelling point of view. Of course, not a real point of view, because, you know, one, that doesn't make any sense. But we get to see how Steinman first comes in and is really excited about what he's doing, right? He's like, hey, I can really help people with all this stuff, right? And then once he gets used to it, once he kind of gets into that flow of what he's able to do, he then begins to question whether or not what he's doing is enough. And now he starts to begin to adopt the idea that he is something more than a plastic surgeon, right? And I know this is me just kind of explaining what just got said, but it's a really great character development because it just starts to slowly ease you into the fact that this is kind of dark. And then if you notice, and this is one of the reasons why I say that the voice acting is really good in this game, if you actually just go on YouTube and just listen to them all at once, the voice actor's voice starts to change a little bit as he's going through and he's reading off all the audio diaries, right? And he sounds a little more unhinged every audio diary. Like if you listen to even between the first one and the second one, there's a bit of a change. Not a big one, just a little one. Big enough, right?
I can hear the infernal things all around you. Ryan's eyes and ears.
Oh, absolutely. No, I agree. I mean, if everybody looked the same, I think there's... Oh, jeez. Fokker, you may have to help me here. There's a movie that was actually talking about this, where, like, all women and men eventually had different models they had to go through. Maybe this was, like, a Twilight Zone episode I saw a long time ago. And essentially, like, every man and woman essentially goes through, like, one of 8 different, I guess, models. And one person doesn't want to go and get a model done to themselves. I will not solve the puzzle, sir. Let's get that real quick. Is it Twilight Zone episode? Okay, yeah, that's what it is. But, like, you know, eventually they kind of morph everybody into the same 8 or 9 people. And, oh man, I love this city. I just love looking out these windows. I know it's just a JPEG, but god dang it, I wish it wasn't. But yeah, no, it's kind of that same idea. It's like, you're right. Not everybody has to look the same in order to be pretty. And honestly, I would argue that a lot of women, and men, but a lot of women I see suffer from this. And I feel bad for them. Like, I really feel bad for lots of women that feel they need to look like somebody else in order to be pretty. And it doesn't matter. The women that believe that, there ain't no way for you to convince them otherwise. Like, they can be very pretty if they just do something else. Here's an example. I knew a chick in high school, and she just really didn't have the... Oh, New Year's Marathon. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. So much noise. Yeah, there you go. Burn, baby, burn! Yeah, I knew a chick in high school who really didn't look good in modern clothing. And I don't mean like modern as in like, you know, like nowadays clothing. It just didn't really work well. Like her hairstyle just didn't work well or anything like that. But if she dressed more like she was in the 80s, it looked a lot better on her. Now, you could say that just sounds kind of retro-y and silly. I was like, yeah, but because of the peer pressure of being a teenager in high school, you have to have a bit of a will to do that, and they just didn't have it, and they never grew into it. And so they always looked kind of funny, except whenever they looked like they were in the 80s. It was kind of funny. It's kind of cool. I know I didn't describe that very well because it's kind of hazy for me. I wasn't that good friends with her, but I saw her every now and again, and I was just like, man, if she just honestly did her hair differently and just dressed like she was from the 1980s just a little bit more often, she'd look a lot better. Because I'd seen her. We used to have 80s days and 70s days and like different things like that back in my school.
A rapture reminder.
All right, hold on. Don't waste that. Don't waste that. Come here, you. Oh, god dang it. You're not dead yet? Okay, so bam. Now another fun thing that I always enjoyed about this game was the masks, and most people don't ever give these the time of day, right? The masks, oh my god, the masks sell this so well. And it fits in amazingly well with all the stuff that happens in this game. I don't want to do, let's do an auto hack. Ah, why did I waste my auto hack? That was a waste! As a freaking safe is right behind me here. Alright, I have to be faster now. Oh, Lord of mercy. Alright, fine. That hurt. Fine, I'll buy it out. I need to go back and watch classic Twilight Zone stuff. That's always fun. So, the masks, right? And people like to think it's a physical thing, right? They're all wearing New Year's masks. There you go, man. Right there. Like, if you look good in something, I mean, no, I say that, and there are exceptions to this. But if you look good in something, don't be afraid to wear it. Now, as I said, there are exceptions. Like, don't dress really stupid, man. Like, I know Fokker probably looks really good in a Speedo, but maybe Fokker shouldn't be wearing Speedos, man. Like, you know, you have to save some for the rest of us, bro. But, yeah, if you look really good in something and you are not comfortable doing it, again, I'll be like, dude, just if you look good in it, who cares? Again, as long as it's not, like, inappropriate, you know? Like, they'll be walking around, like, in a Speedo and, like, a... I don't know, like a... Oh, jeez, hold on. Yeah, as long as you look good in something and it fits you and it's not inappropriate, then I'd say go for it. It may be a little bit strange for other people, but that's their problem, not yours. Ah, I missed! God dang it, I thought you were gonna run at me! But I think everybody has that, you know. If you're in a professional environment, of course, there's specific types of suits they expect you to wear. I know a couple of lawyers that have that problem. Jeez, you know what's really scary? Since it's New Year's Eve, I hear fireworks go off, right? And it sounds like someone's banging on my door. I'm like, what the hell is that? Just like, what's going on? Ah, the shotgun. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I love this scene. Hold on, let me get a drink. Oh, that's right. And for me now for me, Happy New Year's, everybody. It is now 2022. Oh, they're coming for me, and I'm coming for them. In more ways than one. Super Giga Alpha energy about to hit these people in the face with buckshot. Oh, this scene is so crazy. Ow!
Oh, yes, run, you coward!
Boom! Oh, you're not dead yet. Welcome to the future. Exactly. It sucks. Take me back. I heard another little slapping feet noises there. Let's see here. Take me back. I already want to go back. Already got that one. The dentistry.
At the German prison camp, they put me to work on genetic experiments on other prisoners. They call me das Wunderkind, a wonder child. Germans. All they can talk about is blue eyes and the shape of forehead. All I care about is, why is this one born?
Oh, that's right. Betty White died today. Why would you remind me? Oh, Betty White, you will be missed. You will.
Germans could have been interested in something useful.
I love Dr. Suchong.
Lot 23, Dr. Suchong, Client Fontaine Futuristics. Work on telekinesis plasmid proceed objects at distance present no problem. Moving objects through space, no problem. Cannot stop speeding bullet, but can catch and throw a faster moving object. Problem not with plasmid. Problem with reaction time. So John, just get a little idea for plasmid.
Oh my gosh, so like, hey, when I read that, I was like, thanks. I appreciate that. I really needed a pick-me-up today. And I'm glad that was it. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Look at that. See? That's how you know I've played this game one too many times. I've only played it so many times that I know all like some of the graphics. Happy New Year, sir! Happy New Year. May your communist dictator that now rules you treat you kindly. Oh, jeez. Sorry. Oh my god. I shouldn't have laughed that hard. Oh man, that's what I get. I deserve that. I apologize, but I deserve that. Exactly. Well, I already had my major drinks for the evening, but I appreciate it. If I actually went so far as to keep my awake drinks off the menu tonight, because I feel like if I drink a little bit too much, I'm gonna get it a little bit too spicy, and this will be the end of my channel. I'll start making really inappropriate jokes because you know, well, we all know how things get when you have one too many in you. I think I'm in a really good balance right now, where I'm just loose enough to where I don't care, but just in control enough where it's not too bad. Where I haven't lost my faculties yet. Oh crap! I lost my oh god dang it! All right, so I'm gonna have to blow this thing up. All right, hold on. Maybe I can go grab. Can I replace something out here? I don't know if I can or not. There we go. Let's see here. Oh crap! I forgot about this thing. Whee! The little piggy. Whee! There we go. Wrench jockey. Oh yeah, there we go. What do we want? More wrench damage. As a matter of fact, if I ever get my avatar actually created and I find an artist that I actually approve of, I'm definitely gonna have a wrench involved. Some may ask me why, and I say why not.
Clinical trial lot 44, Dr. Suchong, client Fontaine Futuristics. Subject age white male, one Roland Wallace.
Bam!
Can you hear me, Mr. Wallace? Yes, sir, Mr. Suchong, sir. Very well. Right, I'm introducing lot 44 now. We've codenamed the lot 44 Enrage because of its tendency to...
I love that. Ah! 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 And we learned a valuable lesson that day, didn't we? Oh, I'm gonna get zapped again. No! Ah! Ah! Oh crap! Come on, don't do me dirty like that. Oh no! Fine. They did me dirty like that. I'm not gonna spend all night futzing around with that. It's not appropriate. It's New Year's, god dang it. Oh god! I got an idea. Whee! Problem solved. Get in there. Oh no, I have to walk in there, that's right. I have to walk in there like a normal person. Oh, absolutely, no. There were lots of great things in Bioshock 3. There really were. The problem is the story and where they took it. That's the issue. The story was an absolute mess, and the character design was non-existent. The sad part is that the same guy that worked on this game and made it what it is was the same director for that game, and it's almost it almost is beyond belief why. I'm still not quite sure why he did it that way, where Bioshock Infinite is just so in comparison to 1 or 2, even 2. But yeah, there were lots of really good ideas in 3. It's just none of them ever came to really into fruition. It was always hindered by its story. Oh, I love this section. It's always creepy. This person wasn't here 5 minutes ago. I don't know. That's a nice, pretty dress, and she is wearing a nice, pretty little mask there. And the mask is... Oh, I guess the mask is still there then. Ooh. See, for the longest time, that always scared the crap out of me every single time. I think it even scared me the last time I streamed this. And that was like... I don't even know how many times I've played this game. That scared me so many times. Every time. Is I always fell for it. So this is like... I think this is the first time I've actually played it. Or played this game and it didn't freak me out.
Sometimes I pity the little such a tiny imagination.
Oh, get.
Tanks of Adam
there we go.
and optimizing.
Oh, neighbors are shooting everything off now.
Adam is a canvas of a genetic modification, but the plasmids are the paint.
Now, one of the things I did enjoy was I did enjoy the going back to Rapture sections of Bioshock Infinite. Ah! It doesn't matter. I don't need to kill him. I'm not going to go in and try and kill him. Aha! Oh crap, missed him. I missed him again! Get it! I mean, don't get me wrong, I have screamed many times on this channel. I reserve the right to scream again. But I try not to. I think it disturbs the children. I think Fokker laughs at me one too many times whenever... Yeah, I think Fokker laughs at me whenever I scream like a little girl. Like when I played Soma for the first time in October, I screamed like a little girl a couple times, and I think the entire chat was having a really good time laughing at my misfortune. Which, you know, that was the whole point of me doing it, so I guess it worked out. I just felt really bad. But that's the purpose of the channel, to watch me feel really bad. We think of the children a lot, and if we ask CNN, they do too. Sorry, I promise no more jokes like that. Oh, sorry, I apologize. As I said, new year, new myths. Oh, jeez. I'm going to hell. But it's okay. Actually, no, it's not okay, because then CNN people are going to be there with me. Oh my god, no! Alright, last CNN joke of the night. Sorry, I can't not make fun of people that that do that kind of crap. That's just, it's low-hanging fruit. No. We didn't get the second computer working for me. You know what? I tried to do that not too long ago. Actually, I tried to do it yesterday, and it still wasn't working for me. I need to sit down and really dedicate time to futzing with the audio. That's really all I gotta do. Look at that floating body. Oh, it's creepy. Ugh. Hey, look at this. Look at this. Actually, I haven't been talking about the actual environments that much either. But it's just, you know what? It's one of those things where when you're playing something or when you're watching something, it's the details that you never notice that immerse you, and that's kind of the thing that I really feel about Bioshock, is that I tend to forget that I'm playing a video game sometimes, not because it's not a video game, it's just that it feels like a natural environment, that when you walk in, you understand what a room is the moment you see it, right? Like, this is obviously a morgue. Boom, I walk in, what do I see when I walk in? 2 tables, 2 autopsy tables. Boom, done.
push when I should pull. A man's entitled.
And this silhouette is just absolutely just is fantastic. And this is creepy as hell. Oh, the music. I don't have Electrobolt, so I'm in trouble.
Keep away!
It's okay, I got a shotgun.
Bacteria are microscopic.
What the hell? Alright, so for me, the audio sounded like... This is one of the problems of this game sometimes, is that the audio is a bit weird. And so I could have sworn I heard something right behind me. Like, when I say right behind me, I mean, like, it sounded like he was right behind me. So I'm like, what is going on over there? You know what's really sad about this? You know what's really sad about this? What up, Eclipse? Have shotgun will travel. That's right. So, the saddest part about this is that that sign right there, that may go here. That's not an adult-sized coffin. That's an adult-sized coffin. You see, there's a bit of a difference there. That's the sad part here. They have two different sizes of coffins. Little details. Kind of creepy. Kind of weird. Let's see here. Now where are we? Where am I going again? I forget. Let's see. Where am I going? I think it's back down this way. Aesthetic ideals. Ah, I love these shots. I love these. They're great. I mean, if I lived in an underwater city, well, fucker, you are correct. Oh, I love this too. Oh, yes, it does, man. That breaks my heart. It does. And they're like, they're Romanian or they're Russian or Ukrainian. I can't remember which. And they're discussing, when they're in the forest and they're talking to their daughter. And their daughter is like, they're reminiscing about how their daughter's never seen trees before. And so, like, they start to question whether or not they should have been there to begin with. And then later on, you find out that their daughter's kidnapped and converted into a little sister. And then they go and they basically overdose on pain pills, or is it pain pills or sleeping pills, in their suite. Like, that breaks my heart, man. Like, I've never had to deal with like the loss of a child. I hope you know I never have to. I've lost friends. I've lost friends when I was in school. That's pretty rough. But man, I can't imagine how gut-wrenching that would be. But that's one of the things that makes this game really good, is that they have those little stories in there that are just absolutely they're gems. They're dark, but they're gems.
Why do we have two eyes? Is there some law that says we must?
Finished! Not finished!
You'll have to find some way to get through to surgery and Steinman. Chin up now. The Lord hates a quitter.
The Lord hates a quitter. See, I like Atlas a lot. I really do enjoy the interactions with Atlas. Atlas. And, oh crud, I'm pretty much blocked off anywhere I go. So I need to, where's my, there it is. And then this one goes this way, this one goes here. Nope. Wrong way. This one goes up. Up. Okay, good. I'm not blocked off entirely. Where's my next one? Where's my next one? There it is. And we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. I promise we're gonna make it. Boom. Well, exactly, but it's a reality where things are not, well, they're not good, and I think that those kinds of things, that kind of loss is important in games and stories.
the 4th of July.
Ha, so it's not the 4th of July. It's actually New Year's, sir.
If only you could get your hands on some of them bombs he's tossed them. Things like that could help you turn the tables or
That's right, I forgot I could do this. Come here, you little bugger.
Patients ask so many questions. Sometimes, fine. I'll just let him bleed.
Come on.
Get you, filthy!
Whee! Throw me another one. I want to shove it down your throat. He's still not dead. Oh, this always creeped me out too. She's just carved up. Oh my god, just dead and in the freaking wheelchair, just dead staring out there. Dude, that would have... See, when I originally played this on 360, the lighting was a bit different. And so when I walked in here, like, the eyes were really, like, glistening. Oh my god, it freaked the living crap out of me. I had nightmares about that.
Today I had
Oh.
lunch with the goddess. Steinman, she said. I'm here to free you from the tyranny of the commonplace.
Oh my gosh.
I'm here to show you a new kind of beauty. I asked her, what do you mean, goddess? Symmetry, dear Steinman. It's time we did something about symmetry.
Again, like I was saying before, as you play the game, you can just hear how insane he gets. I hate blowing these things up. I just don't have anything to actually... Wait, hold on. Do I have a plasmid thing? No, I don't. I don't get a plasmid, God dang it. Just die, everybody. I don't get one of those gene swappers until later. God dang it. I can't believe I traded out my Electrobolt because I'm a moron. Ow. Oh, Lord. It's just no matter where I go, death follows. And not for my enemies right now. Let's do a buyout. Auto hack. Search the wreck. Oh, I'll get to it in just a second. I'm just trying to get to this part. Alright, let's see here. The fact that nobody... Oh, god dang, I forgot about that. Jeez, I'm an idiot. Oh my god, that's how you know I'm tired. Oh, there.
Just open your eyes, and when I see her, she cuts me into 1,000 pieces.
Alright, now let's go after the wreckage. And there's static discharge. Come here, you. Or not. Where's the wreckage?
Looks familiar.
Well, I don't know where the wreckage is. It decided to go away, so I don't know what to tell you there.
Is somebody there?
Nope, nobody's here. Don't mind me. I really need a gene bank. I really need one. Jeez, that was close. I felt that one. Good lord. Oh, jeez. Just look at this guy. Just look what he's done. It's so creepy. He's such a good character. He just is a fantastic character, and he's just insane. And you know what's really sad is I know a lot of doctors. So one of these T is that I actually work for a hospital, and I'm gonna give you right now. I'm gonna let you know right now. A lot of doctors have a very large ego of themselves, to the point where they have what we call God complexes, where there are some doctors that quite literally would see themselves as God, because they would see themselves as like givers and takers of life. And I'm just like, okay, first off, as a doctor, taker of life is not something you should ever say. But yeah, no, they'll never admit it, but they walk around, the way they talk, the way they act in their private life, yeah, they absolutely believe it. And so one of the beautiful things about Steinman is that when I listen to him, I can see a very clear path from what I see doctors do in my hospitals and the way he acts. I can see a direct connection between those two things. It's really scary and yet interesting. You know what I'm saying?
What can I do with this one, Aphrodite? She won't stay still! I want to make them beautiful, but they always turn out wrong!
Ah, jeez.
That one's too fat! This one's too tall! This one's too symmetrical!
Just stabs her right in the gut.
What's this, goddess? An intruder! He's ugly! 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 Ugly!
Jeez. He seems like a very well-adjusted person. Oh, dang it. Is he dead? Are you dead yet? Oh, okay, well, that was a very anticlimactic fight. I apologize for this chat. There should be more involved with those fights, and I apologize.
It was time somebody took care of that sick bastard. Make sure you get the key off Steinman and head back to emergency access.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It's actually one of my biggest flaws. I point things out and I go, hey, wait a minute.
The nose looks terrific, Dr. Steinman. Doctor?
You know, looking at it now, I didn't realize how much her face.
Sad.
Scalpel?
Excuse me?
Scalpel.
Doctor, she's not booked for a facelift.
Let's just come in here and...
Doctor.
I love that.
Stop cutting.
Doesn't care.
Doctor, stop cutting. Get me the chief of surgery. Get me the chief of surgery now.
I thought he was the chief of surgery, but maybe that's just a thing. Because, like, Dr. Steinman is essentially surgery. Let's see here. But yeah, no, I'll do that every now and again. Is I'll give people a little peek underneath the veil of what happens in hospitals. I'll just try to forget this part. You know. Oh shit! Oh no! No. The only ugly one here is maybe Iron Ham and maybe some a-hole named Modern Mythology. Those are the only two ugly people on this channel. But luckily, we don't see them very often. Oh, okay. I'm done. That guy's still up there. I don't know. See, this is the next part.
Sounds like another tunnel collapse. Welcome to Rapture, the world's fastest.
See, Fokker, we know you're beautiful on the outside, and that's really all that matters. That's truly the only thing that matters.
It's a little one. Here's your chance to get some Adam.
That's right, I have to go through the door.
It's just you and me and all the tasty Adam I can drink.
Stay away from her, or it is you who will be shot next.
Easy now, Doctor. He's just looking for a wee bit of Adam. Just enough to get by.
I'll not have him hurt my little ones.
It's okay, lad. That's not a child. Not anymore, it ain't. Dr. Tenenbaum saw to that.
Bitte do not hurt her. Have you no heart?
She's German, so it doesn't count. Anything she tells me is a lie. I'm kidding. So last time I streamed this game, I did the really good boy route. Okay, I was very good, and I saved the little sisters, and I got my Apex Alpha Adam collection. Okay.
There is another way. Use this. Free
Ah, the audio's off. Oh god.
I will make it to be worth your while. Somehow.
So I'll let chat decide. Are we gonna be good guys or bad guys? I don't think on my PC. I've never played the bad guy. I've always played the good guy because I feel really bad about harvesting the little sisters. But this is not about how I feel. This is about y'all's entertainment. You want me to be a bad guy or a good guy? A little bit. No, but that's the worst one. That's asking me to be like quite literally the worst scenario. Is just harvesting and then rescuing one. Oh my god. Till the dice decide. Oh my god. Gotta let me know, chat. Gotta let me know. We'll give ourselves a few minutes. But no. So, come on, leave me alone. Yeah, I usually do too. I always save them. But I'm gonna let y'all decide. Y'all tell me what y'all want me to do. But there's one thing I want to talk about while I'm waiting for people to tell me what they want me to do. That's why there's backseating allowed here, guys. You gotta tell me what you want. Am I gonna be the good guy that saves the little girls? Or am I the bad guy that basically grabs them by the throat and just rams my fist down their throat and grabs that sea slug? I also like to be very vivid with my descriptions because, well, funny. But yeah, so one of the things I also found very interesting about this this story is... well, see, the thing is, if you harvest one or harvest them all, the differences are the same. The only time that you have a different ending or different reactions is if you save every one of the little sisters. So there really is no difference if you harvest one versus harvest all. They're all the same. So you might as well dedicate yourself to one or the other. If you rescue them all, then you get more Adam in the long run. If you harvest them all, you get more Adam in the short run, but you miss out on lots of goodies in the long run. Now, I've played this game on hard many, many times. I know. I apologize. I apologize. It's not the worst story I ever told. At least, Mad, at least you were not here for the Christmas story, and you weren't here for the rotten house next door. At least you weren't here for those. Consider yourself lucky. Those stories get a bit graphic. So I think Fokker described it very best. Fokker, how did you describe my life? Was like what? Is it just a nightmare, just unfolding slowly as I described it? Because there's certain parts of my life that are just like as I tell the story, because I don't have any visuals. It's just me talking. I will describe in depth. I'm just gonna rescue her. It's semi-cursed. Yeah, that's what it is. A semi-cursed life. And he's not wrong, because I think when he told it to me, my first response was, "No, it's not. It's totally fine, man. I'm not cursed." And then, like, as I was describing it, I was like, "Oh my god, he's right. He's not wrong." Oh man. But yeah, so maybe one day I'll tell the crapped up house story again. But this is New Year's. This is a time for funny times, not a time for horrifying truths. I've already told a few. Oh man. In the garden we are growing.
Not only are those little girls veritable atom factories, they're nearly indestructible.
That's right.
They regenerate any wounded flesh with stem versions of the dead cell. But their relationship with the
okay. Oh, all right. So actually, I remember something now. Oh my god, this is crazy. So there was a small little market that opened up not too far from where I live, and
it's more like removing a terminal patient from life support.
See, I don't know what Magnus Archives is, but now I got to give it a shot. So the way I kind of described it, I've seen some pretty messed up stuff in my life. I've seen a man torn limb from limb by a vehicle, because he was drunk and walked in the middle of the street. I've seen some pretty messed up stuff. Now, those things I usually don't go into too much depth on, because it's like, okay, it's just gore for the sake of gore. Maybe one day I'll actually go into the details of it, but for the most part, we're gonna avoid that.
You're ready now.
I'm ready now. That's not true. How many? I got one little sister.
Only way to get to little sister and the Adam they carry.
But there is one thing that is rather interesting that happened to me not too long ago. It happened to me. It happened to somebody else, but not me. So I guess this counts. There was a nice little market that popped up. Actually, no, nothing paranormal happened. Actually, no, I take it back. Something paranormal has happened to me, and I did tell that story. That was when I was in DC, and I hate DC. That place can burn for all I care. I despise DC. But there is actually a very horrifying thing that happened to me, or not happened to me, happened to somebody else here. But essentially, there used to be a marketplace not too far from where I lived, and I really didn't see much in regards to people kind of coming and going, But it didn't kind of occur to me because it opened up right around the time COVID happened, right? And I was like, oh, that sucks because I really don't want to go there. What they offer is not something that I'm really interested in. Well, they closed down, but they stayed around for quite a while, which I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. They lasted quite a while. And they didn't shut down because they didn't have the money. They didn't shut down because they couldn't make ends meet. You don't claim Northern Division. Oh, jeez. Okay, don't make me laugh like that. That's funny. But anyway, so let me get some Electro Buck. I want the money. Not that I can buy it anyway. So this little place didn't shut down because it was out of money. It didn't shut down because it was a bad place. Oh, it was. It shut down. Oh, get him. There we go. Reload. And dodge. Ah, crap, that hurt. Alright, sorry, I gotta focus. Gotta get that, gotta get my apex manliness here. There you go.
What's wrong with you, Mr. Piggy?
Rescue.
No.
So it turns out that there was a smuggling ring in that little marketplace, and not just any smuggling ring.
Thank you.
It was a human trafficking ring.
Thank you.
They were trafficking people out of the business. Holy crap, man! I was like, the hell's wrong with people? Why would you? Why? Why? Just like what? But yeah, when I found that out, that kind of like blew my mind. So I was like, what? Why would you? Well, I'll take it back. The why is pretty obvious. Sex trafficking is extremely lucrative, unfortunately. But I was just kind of floored by that because I was like, man, that's really close to home, man. But yeah, there was just a few blocks down for me, and I was like, that's really, really unsettling. But I didn't. They've been closed down for a little while. And the thing is, I don't know any of the details. Nobody has said anything about it. And as far as I know, no one really was like involved in it that I know of personally. But I just found out about it like a day or so ago, where that little marketplace trafficked people, and I was like, that's really uncomfortable to think about if you really want to get close to it. It's just like that happens just like a few blocks from my house, where like some guy was basically trying to buy and sell teenagers. I mean, that's messed up. It's a standard procedure. Sorry, I know what he was gonna say, and it's funny. But it is crazy. I mean, it also kind of, not to put it down or anything, but yeah, it's one of those things where you kind of just like, man, that stuff can hit you. It's everywhere and nowhere. It's kind of creepy. So I guess the real point I'm trying to make is, be careful out there, kids. Be careful out there. Especially now, it's New Year's. I mean, you never know what's going on right now on New Year's. New Year's is a crazy time. But let's keep this going. Let's keep this gravy train going. Neptune's Bounty. Here we go. But yeah, now that I want to say that, now that I've got all that out of the way, I want to talk about something specific in this game that I always found very interesting, and that is the masks that the NPCs wear, the splicers wear. So, you know, yes, it is a New Year's party kind of thing, and I get that, but some of the splicers wear masks, and it's interesting to me that they all wear specific types of masks, and one of them, or not all of them, not one of them, all of them are occultic. Now, I don't mean like occultic, like, you know, they're going to be part of some secret society, although that could be the case too. But what it is they wear masks to hide their face. Now, that seems like, well, no, duh. They wear masks to hide their face. That's what they do. That's why they're doing it, and they do it because they look ugly. That's not the reason they wear the masks. They wear the masks is because they can't stand looking at themselves. And this is one of the things that if you pay attention to the story, you'll actually see that. And so the masks serve as multiple, they serve as multiple phases to the growth of the characters and the enemies. Because as of right now, you go, oh, they're wearing masks because, hey, it's the New Year's Day party, or the New Year's party. Okay, well, yeah, absolutely, that's partially true. That's the cover for the game, of course. But if you actually listen to the game itself, the reason they all wear those masks is because they cannot stand what they've done. They cannot stand what they've turned into, and they're little more than monsters, and they all know it. And on top of that, they actually have a problem spiritually with who they are. And they talk about this a lot. If you actually can manage to sit around and just listen to the NPCs as they walk by you, they'll talk about this stuff. They'll talk about, like, basically being sinners in the hands of an angry god kind of thing. And I like that little detail. I think it's a great detail. And the fact they're all wearing not paganist, but pagan masks just sells it even more, is that they are so far removed from any type of grace that the best they can do is hide their faces. And I really like that little detail. And the funniest part is that Ken Levine, the director of this game, is a devout atheist. Now, I'm not trying to preach any religious stuff to you. I'm just telling you what the game has in it. And they have a lot of religious context in Bioshock 1. And there's a little bit in Bioshock 2, but not nearly as much. But... oh, crud, too far. Zap that. Zap again. There we go. That's 12 bucks. Let's get that 12 bucks. And... but yeah, so they all hide their faces, and they're always using pagan symbols, so like the rabbit, bird, and then the butterfly. They're all pagan. Sorry, excuse me. But I found it very, very fascinating that they use a lot of those pagan symbols in order to hide their faces, rather than just using like a standardized mask. But why use those masks specifically? And I think that Ken wanted those specifically because they were going to be religious in nature. Now, of course, he doesn't actually comment on them directly, but Ken's not an idiot. Like that. You see that right there where he says unclean? Stop. God damn it. If you haven't noticed, I like to hack everything. It makes the job simpler whenever I'm running through. I need none of these. There we go. This one I can use. There we go. But yeah, so they actually do. There's a lot of depth that. God damn. The hell? Who's shooting at me? Oh, from up there. Ow! Stop it! Who's shooting at me? Where are you? Ah. Now that I think about it, T, you said you do cosplay. What did you go for for Halloween this year, or do you do Halloween? I can't imagine somebody does cosplay not going with something specific for Halloween, but you never know. You never know. Oh, absolutely, no. Symbolism from this is kind of the hard part. Is that how do you differentiate between symbolism and just convenience of using a trope, or even just using a like follow the white rabbit, if you will, for like the Matrix? Like, okay, how deep is that that trope? It's definitely one of those things that is fascinating to me. I like analyzing video games, I like analyzing movies, and you will probably hear of it if you hang around long enough, Mad. You will eventually hear somebody say that I can't enjoy anything, and it's not true. I do enjoy many things. I also just see things that bother me. it's kind of a curse. Yeah, no, absolutely. The rabbit is a symbol of rebirth. I forget what the butterfly is. It's not horrendously common, and I forget the bird as well. But I know that they're all symbols usually used in paganism in some way, but they all mean something specific. I need to actually look it up again. Can I hack this? Yes, I can. But see, somebody gets me. Somebody on this channel finally gets me. That's right, Fokker. Finally, somebody understands my neuroses. Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm sorry. It's not neurotic. It's just interesting. Now, Alice in Wonderland all by itself is a bit weird. Lewis Carroll is. I've read a lot of stuff by. Oh my God. Okay, no, that's inappropriate. That's inappropriate, Fokker. we have new viewers. You shouldn't say things like that. Oh my God. I need a drink after that. Hold on.
Mr. Ryan asked me personally to make this clear to you. You give us Fontaine, and this whole filthy ring of his, and you'll be knocking back pints up at the Fighting McDonald's.
Nice. I'm not familiar with it, but nice. Now I have to look it up. Hold on and see. Alright, hello. Let's see what that is. Hold on.
What's that? Change of heart, Timmy? Timmy? Ready to talk now?
Go on, Sullivan. Go on, do your dirty. Whatever Ryan thinks he can do to me, Fontaine can do double!
I've never heard of this, so this is entertaining. Oh man, I haven't gone to a convention or anything like that in a long time. I wanted to go to the last Anime Con. Oh, that's awesome! See, you're talking right up my alley. I never get to play D&D or anything like that anymore, but maybe one day I'll get back into it with friends. Though I find myself liking like old Warhammer RPs more than anything else. Oh, he's gone. That's what happens to your body. You don't decompose. You just slowly fade away into nothingness. Yeah, I've never heard of it, but I'm interested in it now. I'm gonna have to look at that. Oh, hello. You betcha. Oh, I love the propaganda pieces. Now, another fun fact is that Ken Levine, when he was making this game, they ran out of money at the very end, and they needed audio for this, and so he actually voices the Circus of Values and the Ammo Bandito, and he would practice this horrible voice for like at home in front of his wife. And apparently when he did this in front of his wife would get very, very angry with him. So much so that I think at one point she threatened to kick him out of the house if he did it one more time. And he said that he's like, what was it? He said something along the lines of, like, I didn't do it again, but every now and again, like even now, if my wife starts to make me angry, I'll just go, "Fill your cravings at the Circus of Values," and she hates it. And I was like, that's exactly something that I expect most people to do to their spouses. It's like, oh, I feel like you're being unfair. Let me do something to annoy the crap out of you. I mean, I've done it. So it's not like maybe I'm just maybe I'm just projecting. But you know, when I've been in relationships and I've ticked somebody off, or when I know that I've lost a fight, and I just like, well, you know what, screw you. Oh, nice. Well, I wish you the best of luck, madam. I hope that it is going well for you. Well, it's, you know, again, like, you have to realize that I doubt that she actually meant that she was going to throw him out. More than likely what it really came down to is that she hated the voice. And so what he does it to kind of just tick her off every now and again. I mean, come on. When you're with somebody long enough, you're going to find things that tick them off, and you're going to do them. I don't care what anybody says. Like, if you don't sometimes every now and again just actively go and tick off your spouse or your girlfriend or boyfriend, I sometimes question a few things. Oh, this is so sad. This is so sad. She's recounting her days as the teenage heartthrob.
Atlas radioed on ahead. Says you were looking for an invite to the fisheries. Nuts, I say. But if you heads up to the Wharf Master's office and find old Peach on research camera, maybe I could manage an invite. Well, what was that? My friend, you are fucked.
Yummy. Ah! Dang it! Getting splicers. I can't get out. They've locked me in here with this chick. I'll let them fight it out. I'm good. Oh, I'm out of Eve. No!
Look on the belt. You'll find something to keep you alive.
I like how we're underwater and they're giving me things that can cause like decompression problems. Like, this is one of the things that I find funny. I mean, what is this? These are grenades made out of soup cans. First off, funny. Very funny. I approve. Second off, very dangerous. Horrendously dangerous. I mean, just look at it. What the grenade launcher, like the grenade thing? Oh man, come on, do it. Do it. I think the hardest part is going to be the makeup if you're going to do the face. That's going to be the hardest part in my opinion, because it depends on how much you're going to do it and how in depth you're going to go. It also depends on what kind of splicer you're gonna do. So if you're gonna do like a spider splicer, you're gonna need to have like meat hooks or something, which those probably aren't too hard to get a hold of. I mean, I think it depends on what country you're in. I don't know where you're from, so if you're in America, probably not that hard. If you're, whoa, the echoing, man, that's creepy. That's right. Old Peaches. God dang it. Well, if you ever do, let me know, and I would love to see, but good Bioshock cosplay is always appreciated here. Oh, at least it is for me. Boom. No, 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 don't kill it, don't kill him, don't kill him. What are you doing? No, stop it. Stop it. God dang it.
I know. I send.
Come here. All right, well, let's reload my grenade launcher. Ow! Alright, so I've kind of screwed myself here. I cannot min-max my character the way that I want to anymore. Because one of the things you can do is you can actually, of course, use your research camera to target the little sisters. But if she's already there, well then, I can't do that if she's already saved.
Are you really a friend to us? Regardless, a little one brings you a gift to demonstrate our appreciation.
We are growing. Let's pick up all this. So I think tonight what we'll do is, it is getting kind of late for me, so I will probably end up doing the research camera, and then I'll probably call it a night. Let's see, how much do you do? Let's see, I got 180. There we go. See, one of my favorite... Actually, you know what? To answer your question, one of my favorite plasmids in this game is the chameleon plasmid. The chameleon plasmid gives you a lot of leniency for just listening to the AI just talk and do stuff that you normally don't get to hear or see. Especially whenever you just leave them alone and they walk around. They don't have that many lines, but if you just kind of sit and listen, like they talk, they pray, they cry, like it's they're all very unhappy with what's going on. But the thing is, when they see you, of course, then they go nuts, and they have an explanation for that. Oh, look at this guy! This guy's he's wrapped up in here and just drowning in mud.
Genotypes and nucleotide sequences. Rapture is transforming before my eyes. The great chain is pulling away from me. Perhaps it's time to give it a tug.
Ah, another thing that I love about it. See, another prayer. Hey! Hey! Back off! Did I kill them both? That seems weird. See, I've always wondered, one of the things I've always wanted to do is if I ever get a chance to do it for Halloween, I totally would take it, was, like, dressing up as a Big Daddy. Oh, jeez. Am I making that much noise? I don't even realize it. I'm like... Don't get me wrong, there's some streams where I'm a little bit more talkative than others. It just depends on what I'm doing. Bioshock, I'm very talkative because there's always something to talk about. So, some games just don't have a whole lot going on, and I'm just like, this is trash, or this isn't very good, or this is this, that's that. Bioshock's got a lot. Plus, I mean, it's New Year's. It's done. It's fun. But yeah, I would love to see a good, or I want to do a good Big Daddy costume. Oh, that's right, mines. I love proximity mines. And let's see here. Come here, you. I got a gun and a wrench. I need to get like an old 1920s diving suit and then try not to kill myself with it. And then I need an actually functioning rivet gun because we don't do half measures here. Ah, crap. I've yet to see any good Big Daddy cosplays, but that being said, it's not like I go out of my way to find them. So there's that. I think that objectivism, which is what this is a critique of, which is Ayn Rand's philosophy of, I guess, capitalism being amoral and the arbiter of everything, I think that this is a pretty good critique of it. The problem with any kind of objectivism, especially in this case, because Ayn Rand argues for a lack of God in this society, that it's not required. That capitalism, pure unadulterated capitalism, all by itself will actually be the most beneficial system. Now, on the surface, I actually don't disagree with this sentiment. I know that that's going to get me lots of flack from lots of people. The idea that people can trade freely without any issue or any interference whatsoever, I think that's the best way to do that. People voluntarily interacting with each other is the best system you can possibly have, in my opinion, because you are no longer arguing about this person should be doing this, it's this person does this, and people voluntarily deal with them. Recycle suit, yeah. Well, I could do that. The problem I have with Ayn Rand's philosophy is that there is no moral, there's no objective morality. There is only, I guess you could say, economic morality. I'm not even sure that's a good way to describe it. It's the idea that if it's not wrong if you can essentially get away with it, and if you can, if enough people are okay with it, essentially. Like, the idea of owning people is definitely an amoral, or not amoral, I'm sorry, immoral thing. But, but I would say objectivism is one of the big things about this game, and I think that this game does a pretty good job of critiquing it. The problem is that a lot of people take it as a negative view on capitalism, and I go, that's not what this is. This is a view on objectivism and human nature, and I would agree entirely with the human nature side of this. And like everything else, the issue with human nature is that human nature is very flawed, and I would argue very evil. And I know, again, that'll probably get me some flack from people, but human nature is just by default selfish. It's the truth. I mean, if we're all being honest for 5 minutes, we're all selfish people. It's just the truth. I'm sorry. We all are very selfish. I don't mean to preach. I'm just not here for that. But emo started me on this path. Emo started me. You can't just turn it off once you bought the ticket. So when you start putting that in, you will realize that people will manipulate and try to game whatever it is that they have. Yeah, exactly. You can thank them later. And so, well, exactly. And the thing is that self-interest isn't always a negative thing. You should be out to make sure that you are not in any danger. You should make sure that you are provided for. You should provide for those that rely on you and that depend upon you. These are things that are good for self-reliance. These are good things that we have. And I think those are relatively accurate with the way that they are described. I think those are good things, and I think those are oh, crap. Jeez. 1 second. I think where this story fails is, I'd say fails. I think that where they do a, no, think about it. They excel at showing where people are very altruistic, and then all of a sudden, whenever their world begins to collapse, they turn very selfish. They turn inward. Andrew Ryan's a great example of this. He builds the city to his own ego. He does not build it for anyone else. People are allowed to come here, but they're not here to actually better themselves. They're here to worship at the altar of Andrew Ryan's ego, and you can kind of see that with the way that he interacts with people. You know, he treats people like things, and that doesn't mean that he's always a bad person. But if you notice the way he speaks, the way that he acts, his character is one in line with essentially, you are here for me. And then, as we just heard in the last audio diary, as soon as things start to get away from him, all of a sudden, his ideals, his raison d'etre, if you will, begins to collapse. And he starts becoming the very thing he hates. And he does it because in reality, he can't live up to his own ideas. He can't. I think these are all great things. I think there's a few things they could have done a little bit better, and I think that instead of me going over them now, I think going over them whenever we come across them will be much better. I think it'd be a lot more apt. Hey, stop shooting your little rockets, okay, man? Politically, I don't think there's a whole lot in here for politics. Because I would say that any organization, any group of people eventually form a hierarchy. And that's really the only thing I can really think of that there's politically that stands out to me. Aside from the, I wouldn't say the obvious, but the in-your-face, like, oh, communism is bad. You know, like, communism is bad, collectivism is bad, that kind of stuff. And again, I don't like to be political on my channel, so I'm gonna try to avoid that, except whenever it comes up. I would say that the political message in this game isn't as big as a lot of people want it to be, and a lot of people read too far into it. But I can see why they would. I thought it was in here. Where's the frickin'... So yeah, I bet like 4 or 5 people that may have been watching this are now just like, I don't want to hear politics about. Oh, there you go. There's your. Oh, crap! No! Get me out of here! Get me out of here! No, I don't want to die! So I apologize if that was a bit preachy to some people. We didn't mean to be. It also requires food, but we're not going to get into that. But yeah, you're right. It requires forced participation, which I think is, you know, nobody likes being told what to do, and nobody likes being forced to do things. We all have to do things we don't want to do, and that's different than things that somebody else wants us to do, right? I know, right? Duck and run. Just do the squat run. Squat runs. This must look so ridiculous.
Jesus loves me.
Exactly.
I know. For the Bible
You got the camera. Now get me some snaps on those spider splicers. And don't come back down here till you got...
But no, so here's another thing that I find so interesting is the fact that if you pay attention to the actual story, essentially, not Christianity, but all religion is essentially outlawed in this city. Is really what it is. Or if it isn't, it's culturally taboo, right? And so it's interesting because you'll find these Bibles everywhere, but they're never out in the open. They're always out in, like, kind of hidden. Now, I think there's a few exceptions, but this plays a very big role in the actual game, but not up front. It plays a role in the background. And right now you have, like, you know, these people singing like Jesus Loves Me, like that guy just did. And the reason for that, again, is because he is fallen, right? He is dirty. He is... Hold on. He is tainted by his own sin, and because of that, he feels that he is beyond redemption. And one of the things that we do, one of the things that we see eventually, is we see them crying out to God for that redemption. Now, again, I'm not trying to get religious on people particularly. I'm just saying what they do, and I find it fascinating. I find it fascinating that they would add this into this game, especially in this time period when this game was made. You just didn't do that. Where'd my water go? There it is. There's my drink.
I'm just lonely. I'm lonely.
Do I have a... No, I do not. Let's see, don't want that. There we go. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, the idea of somebody cutting my content just to do ASMR, I mean, there are some that are better than others, but now I'm terrified because I'm like, I mean, oh my god. Oh crap, I forgot, I didn't hack this one. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? I can just imagine somebody trying to do it to my voice. Just start cutting up different sections. Where is... There's one. I appreciate it. I also like the question. I think that for that question, I want to go through it whenever I get to certain parts. And there's some things that I can't remember right now. I try to be interactive while I'm playing as well, but there are limitations. I can't always do it. Look at that. This is the number of times I've played this freaking game. Yeah, let me get this this camera over to Patches. And we can call him Peaches. Let's call him Peaches from now on.
You have the research camera? Good. Guess it's time to get to work for old Peachy. Take the man's pictures, and let's get the hell out of this place.
I need film actually. Go away! Go away, you! Oh yeah, no, absolutely. So one of the things we normally do on Fridays is I'll do history, and we'll discuss different things that have happened. Right now we're going through the Gothic War, which I know sounds really exciting because it is. But one of the things I'll do to kind of get in the right headspace is I'll listen to really old music. Like I'll listen to monastic chants, that kind of stuff, just to kind of get my headspace in the right place.
Judas!
Gotcha. Ah! Ah! There we go.
The death penalty and rapture. Council's in an uproar. Riots in the streets, they say. But this is the time for leadership. Action must be taken against the smugglers. Contact with the surface exposes rapture to the very parasites we fled from. A few stretched necks are a small price to pay for our ideals.
See, this is what I was talking about when I first started this. at the beginning they were talking about like, oh, you know, all bathysphere travel has been canceled. It's like, well, yeah, but the thing is that would have happened before the crackdowns. Like, there would never have been any traveling to and from Rapture. Once you come into Rapture, you don't leave. You can't. Because as soon as the government or anybody finds out about it, they're going to want their hands on it because it's a powerful tool. Especially the stuff that they have down here. Oh my god. Like, could you imagine the U.S. government going, oh, you can actually just, you know, make super soldiers and y'all do it for fun? Oh my god. Like, I'm sorry, but, you know, you're getting taken over fast. I mean, assuming they can get you, of course.
We tricked you, monster. Are you afraid of me, monster?
I mean, I'm kind of scared of y'all. I mean, y'all do walk on the ceilings.
I'll never stop chasing you! Never!
Oh my god, how are you not shot? There we go. You... Let's see here. There we go. I'm trying to think of what, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm trying to think of other philosophies that are actually present in here. I know there's more. It's not just Ayn Rand. It's, because whereas Bioshock 1 is a critique, or if you want to call that a critique, a commentary, I guess you could say, on objectivism and human nature, the second one is on the nature of collectivism. So it's supposed to be the kind of the counterpoint. But it doesn't do a very good job of it. That's kind of one of the bad things about it. The point that it tries to make is kind of meh. Alright, let's see if we can wrap this up. Let's get... Actually, hold on. Let's go this way. He dead, boys. Yes, Scrounger. I love that. I love that perk. It's one of my favorites. Ah! Why did all the Chinese lamps fall down? I do not know, said the myth. See, my eyes are telling me that they burn and that it's time to go to bed. But my brain and body go, no, keep playing, because fun, enjoyable game. Don't get to play very often. Let's see here. Let's see, where are we? There we go. All right. Yummy! New diary.
I met Ryan the day me and the lads were installing the boat.
Oh, god dang it.
Wife and child hiding in that filthy submarine makes me blood boil.
Wait, which Dragon Age? Which one? I have to before I render judgment of positive or negative, I need to know which Dragon Age we're talking about. I have to know. I have to know if we're gonna be friends. I like how the wine down here is blue. I gotta know which Dragon Age, though. Mad, you can't just say those things and not tell me which Dragon Age. Zap.
Who said that?
Who said that? I did. Oh, thank God, there's an opening. Oh, not by much, though. Jeez. There's one.
Who's there?
Who's there? Who do you think is here?
Nothing.
I'm Batman.
Down on the ground! Down on the ground! This is an
I'm the
order.
Batman with a shotgun, though. Bam!
Rapture's changing, but Ryan can't see the wolves in the woods. This Fontaine fella, he's a crook and a proper tea leaf, but he's got the atom, and that makes him the governor.
Yeah.
Sinking the profits back into bigger and better plasmids, building them Fontaine poorhouses, or like Fontaine recruiting centers. Before we know it, bloke's gonna have an army of splicers. We're gonna have ourselves a whole heap of miseries.
Oh, oh, man, they're cheering me up. But yeah, if you notice, I've already, like, pretty much every combat scenario of the past, what, 3 or 4, there's always been some kind of religious reference in almost every single one of them. And so, like, you can't just discount it as a one-time thing. Like, it's an ongoing problem. I would say problem. It's an ongoing, I guess, thing.
These aren't exactly bloodthirsty desperados we're talking about. Rapture's full of poets, artists, tennis players not hiding rivers. But this leader, there's this Fontaine. He seems to know his way around the grid. He keeps his nose clean, but not so clean that the right people don't know he's not to be trifled with.
Diane, my dear, I'm sorry, but I'll be late again tonight. Rosenberg is demanding to speak about this Fontaine business. I'm trying to build a proper financial market, and this idiot keeps going on about atom this, genetic modification, that. I'll go spend an hour pretending to pay attention to the poor fellow. Be home as soon as I can.
Of course. He's definitely not banging some supermodel while he's talking to somebody about business. I guarantee it, Diane. You're fine. Everything is fine.
This is the wages of sin.
Oh, God. Jeez, man. Even I'm just like, this is a lot. A lot of religious references in here.
Only making it.
Are you ever bringing old Peach them snappies? Or are you just sightseeing?
I mean, I'm kind of just sightseeing right now. I'm gonna wrap this up in a little bit. Let's see here. See, I was gonna talk about Jack Murphy tonight, but I think everybody else is, so I'm kind of just. I think it'd be kind of like it'd be too much. Because, like, I've done some really weird digging into that guy now, and I'm just like, this is weird. This is also mildly uncomfortable. I don't know if I want to talk about this guy anymore. Plus, I'm not sure how many people know who he is. I know that people know who he is now, but, like, I don't know if anybody really cares. I know that just watching him squirm has been entertaining for everybody on the internet. There we go. Oh, I hate this section. Oh, this makes me feel bad. Alright, ready for some heartstrings.
We saw our Masha today. We barely recognize her. That's her, Sam said. You're crazy, I told him. That thing? That is our Masha? But he was right. She was drawing blood out of a corpse by Fontaine Fisher. she was done, she walked off hand in hand with one of those awful golems. Masha!
Oh, jeez. It pretty much, yeah. No, you're right. I mean, it's heartbreaking. I mean, I can only imagine, because, you know, the little sister program, they pretty much, even Andrew Ryan, whenever he's having his little epiphany that the whole world is collapsing around him, even he's like, this is pretty disgusting. Like, this is despicable. But, and again, this is kind of a test of character, is what is more valuable to you? Your product or your principles? And in the case of Ryan, the answer is his product. And we all know that. And I'm not going to say that anybody, I'm not going to say, I'm like, oh, never do that. It's like, no, anybody who ever says the term, anyone who ever uses the words, I would never do X, I immediately assume they're going to be the first people that do it. Because they don't understand. Like, if you can't see a world or fathom a world where you do something that you find reprehensible, I automatically assume that you'd be the most easily convinced to do it. Like, unless I know you really well, I just assume you probably do it. It's like the man doth protest much. Like, I just assume that the one that talks the loudest about not doing something or doing something, the one that's the most likely going to do it.
Here to visit the scum of the earth.
Come here, buddy. Ooh.
Sounds like that should about do it. Head on back to Fontaine Fisheries when you're ready, would you kindly?
Get him! There we go. Now I'm gonna get me a brand new little robot. Thank you. Yeah, no, that's like that's yeah, you're right. I think it's worse. You know, I back in the day I used to watch a lot of murder mysteries, like actual like real murder mysteries, and there was one lady that thought that her son was murdered and like basically taken out to the woods and killed, and it turns out that he was alive. But what had happened was that he was actually kidnapped and sold into sex slavery, and I think like 15 years later, don't take those words. Yeah, that's right. Would you kindly? And when she actually found out what happened to her son, she was kind of like, I think I wish that I wish that I thought he was just dead. Like, because I think what ends up happening is that he escapes his captors, but he's like, I can't stay at home. I can't stay here because if I do, it would put you in danger. Now, some people might say that, like, oh, well, you know, that could just be an excuse to not be around your parents. But it's like, no, I mean, I buy it. Like, I buy it. I forget all the details, but I remember listening to it, and it's just like the parent not knowing was actually better than the knowledge that they did know. It was like, I would have preferred not realizing what was going on. Or in the case of seeing what happens to your kid, like the actual brutality that some people can be is just absolutely atrocious. Ham's not here right now, but one of the things we actually do every now and again is we do get to see some of the more depraved crap that happens in some of the hospitals that I work in, and it gets pretty gnarly. Those aren't fun places to be. There are specific rooms in certain hospitals that essentially, are designed for people that have had traumatic experiences, and man, it's rough. It's very rough. Let's see here. Not to bring the New Year's mood down, but yeah, no, that story just it tugs at me a little bit. You're right, it does. It tugs at me a little bit.
We all.
Gotcha, mate. Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna go into detail on those. Those are, yeah, no. I will vividly describe to you horrible acts, but I will not. I don't want to get involved in like the some of the more traumatic things that happen to people. Even for me, I'm just like, I can't handle it. It's rough, but no, we're not gonna be dealing with that now. We're having fun. We're playing Bioshock, okay? That's a downer, man. We ain't doing that here right now. If you want to do the depressing streams, we can do those later. I'll tell you what. One day, if enough people ask for it, I will tell really horrible stories that go over all the most disgusting, horrible, putrid, revolting things that I've seen working in a hospital. I mean, and you know what? I'll even go over the stuff that makes me laugh. Well, don't get me wrong. Some of the things that happen, I immediately am just sitting there. I'm just swallowing anger. Because I'm just like, okay, where's this person again? Okay, this person needs to be visited by the entire nation, and just that person needs to have their life destroyed. I don't mean destroyed, I mean just they just need to have their freaking tongue ripped out of their throat. That's about as vivid as I'm going to get with that. But yeah, no, you know what? Here's a bit of an upper. This is going to be an upper. What's the weirdest thing you think people have shoved up their the booty hole? Those are always the funniest things in the world to me, because whenever you have somebody come into the hospital, right, and you get these quite often, actually. You get people that walk in, and obviously they were bored, or they're into it, or whatever, but always there's that one guy that walks in, and he does the magical I sat down on it by accident. And it's like, dude, do you realize how much pressure it takes to do that? A Buzz Lightyear toy, that's, I mean, I wish. I wish that was the weirdest thing in the world. Man, I wish that was the case. What the hell is that? Hello. Oh, who's shooting at me now? Oh, there's somebody up there. I really don't care about that. I was like, what's going on? Where's this happening? Oh, hello. Free shot. Your turn. Oh, you've seen someone with an X-ray of a Buzz Lightyear. Jeez. Jeez, man. I thought that that's crazy. I've never seen somebody shove a Buzz Lightyear toy up their butt. I have seen somebody shove a live animal up their butt. Not the act, but I've seen the outcome. But the weirdest thing that I think I've ever seen somebody, or sorry, I have witnessed somebody get pulled out of them. Oh jeez, I've not seen that. That's crazy. So, I know when I was not working in, but I was working around the ER one night, and I think we were doing some basic work in the evening, and I was just in the ER listening to somebody. Okay, who's shooting at me? Oh, it's another drone, and we'll call it a night here. We'll call it a night for the story, and. I mean, yeah, basically. But somebody had this smart idea that they were going to put a glass bulb in their butt. When I say a glass bulb, I mean like a light bulb. There's nothing special about this bulb. It's a glass bulb. I have no idea what made them think this was a good idea, but I mean, I really wish I could have given this guy like a really quick, you know.
Fontaine fellow is somebody to watch. Once he was just a menace, to be convicted and hung. But he always manages to be where the evidence isn't. He's the most dangerous type of hoodlum. The kind with vision.
They stuck a glass light bulb up their bottom. And then, well, the thing about pressure is that when it builds up, it eventually, you know, caves in, right? So that just crushes the bulb after a few seconds. And I'll let you figure out the rest from there. But now that's not crazy. Now I wouldn't say that is crazy. I lied. That is crazy. That is legitimately crazy. But it's more than that. It's how do you walk into an ER and walk away with your dignity intact? And I'm gonna let you know right now. The answer is you don't. I'm sorry, but there is no walking out of that with any dignity. So just kind of just take the licking and be done. I've actually seen also bowling pins as well. And so the answer, of course, was he sat on it by accident. And I mean, we have to document this kind of stuff. The doctors and the nurses have to document this for, like, you know, insurance and medical reasons. And of course, we're all looking at each other going like, bro, we know what you did. Just like, good night, Emo. I'm right behind you, man. Like, I'm right behind you. I'm just finishing up this story, then I'm done. Yeah, dude. But hey, sir, I thank you for joining in. Happy New Year. Hope to see you again soon, bro. Like maybe 5 more minutes, then I'm done. But well, you call 911. You call 911, and then they come and they drag you away. And I want to say, for this guy, I want to say I asked him. I really want to say that I asked him, bro, just tell the truth. I was just like, can you just please tell us what you actually did? Because it was pretty far up there. Like, it wasn't like a, oh, it kind of went in and then it popped, you know, popped. No, he had the whole thing in there, like the bulb and the connector. Like, it was all the way up there. And, jeez. Let me just say this again one more time. And when someone says they sat on it, it really is kind of one of those moments where it's like you just don't want to admit this, right? But like, it takes quite a bit of pressure to get something up there, and I was kind of impressed with this a little bit because I'm like, dude, you bulb first stuck a light bulb up your butt, and you got it up pretty far. I mean, I think you're nuts. I think you're stupid, but good Lord, I mean, you got it up there. So, I mean, it's gonna cost you basically a perforated colon, but you know, no big deal. It's fine. Oh my gosh, I thought I'd end on a little bit happier note. By the way, he's fine. Just FYI, he's fine. You know, right? It's like, if you want to shove something up there, I could just point you to the liminal order and Jack Murphy. But okay, I got one Jack Murphy in joke tonight. I apologize. I said I wasn't gonna do it, but here it is. Like, when people are bored, they do the craziest things, and some of those things end up taking them to the hospital for like routine, really stupid crap. Sometimes it's stuff that like they just can't get out. You know, like they'll stick things up there. It's not like it's a, you know, it's not, it is a medical emergency in the fact that it's bad, but like, it's nothing that's like, oh, this is like immediately life threatening. You know, most of the time it's nothing major. It's just like, oh, this is annoying. And then you got to deal with the, well, you got to deal with a slightly damaged butthole for a bit. But for this guy, he was fine. Nothing major happened to him. They had to do some surgery on him to kind of cut him open a little bit, and they got all the glass out. He's perfectly fine. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told that story because, well, I'll take it back. I might have told the story if it was funny. But it's one of those weird things where I kind of see it and I'm just like, what? I want to know what possessed you, right? I want to know what possessed you to take something easily breakable. It's just glass and jam it up there. I think there was one guy that tried a mason jar, although I can't see that. I wasn't there, so I couldn't actually say that one was for certain. But I think somebody tried a mason jar. One of the guys told me that, and I was like, I don't believe you. I don't think the human body can do that. I choose to believe the human body is incapable of doing that. And if it does, I don't want to see it. I don't want to think about it. So I hope everybody had fun with me tonight. I know I had a lot of fun. We are going to call it quits tonight. If you enjoyed, please consider giving us a follow. And if you really enjoyed, of course, you can always help me take care of the many animals that I end up fostering, as for some reason they seem to keep finding their way to my home. And you can always give us a subscribe for that. And if you also want to keep joining the conversation and you can continue to talking to us whenever I'm not streaming, you can always join the Discord, which is in a link down below. And we would love to have you there. Have a wonderful night. Have a happy new year, guys.